Well, economic reforms and efforts to stabilize Lebanon have topped the agenda for talks between Aoun and Macron. It's the Lebanese leader's first trip to a Western nation since coming to the helm after his country was left without a government for 2 years. Well, France 24's reporter, Carys Garland, is following the visit for us. She joins us now from the Elysées Palace. So, Carys, just lay out for us what Aoun's reaction has been to these strikes.
Well, it was the first thing that both men addressed during their press conference, not mincing their words either. French President Emmanuel Macron started by expressing his solidarity with the Lebanese people and said that these Israeli strikes are counterproductive. Joseph Aoun, the Lebanese president, also strongly condemning what he called an act of aggression and any attempt to drag Lebanon into further violence. The two men also talked about the situation in Lebanon's south. This, of course, after an escalation, notably last weekend when there was rocket fire from Lebanon towards Israel, at least. Aoun saying that the Lebanese army is doing its part and is actually investigating into who fired those projectiles. Hezbollah, for its part, has denied any involvement, and the pair also discussed reinforcing the Lebanese army in that region and UNIFIL's, the UN forces' involvement as well. But overall, the two men called on their international partners as well. Macron saying that he will call the US President Donald Trump. Washington also having brokered this ceasefire back in November, and that Macron said that he hoped to contact Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also in the next 48 hours.
Well, Carys, what else did the two leaders discuss today?
Obviously, these strikes kind of overshadowed the agenda, but you mentioned earlier that Macron had promised to hold an international conference aimed at reconstructing Lebanon. Obviously, the pair discussed this conference, or at least the conditions that are being put in place for this as a prerequisite for this conference to take place. That is, Lebanon concluding a deal with the International Monetary Fund and putting in place reforms, notably in the banking sector. Aoun saying that the government has made progress on this and is holding meetings with the IMF. Macron said that a delegation would soon be visiting Beirut to discuss about reforming the justice system. But also the pair spoke remotely with Ahmed al-Sharaa, who is the leader of Syria's transition. They discussed the situation on the Lebanese-Syrian border, common challenges that these two countries face, and also the return of Syrian refugees. Now, this was also discussed during a broader meeting with the Greek Prime Minister and the Cypriot President on issues facing the Eastern Mediterranean, not only the issue of Syrian refugees, but also security in general, maritime security, as well as environmental issues facing this region.
Carys, thank you so much for that, Carys.